I'm back. Hello and welcome. For those of you that are watching on the replay, I am now on my third live video, but this is going to be for the January 2019 Money and Career reading. So I have already pulled the cards. I pulled cards from the Sacred Creator Oracle deck from Chris. This book is amazing. The guidebook that comes with the cards is really amazing. And so I always have to like really go in and read this book when I do this reading. And so I did just that. Okay. So this is about money, career, and finances. Money, career, and finances. Those money and finances are the same thing. So the same that we got last month is this card popped out. Prosperity's sisters are happiness and joy. It's such an important thing. So this was something that popped out, and it's just such an important message that, you know, you can chase money all day long, but there's no point in chasing, like, that's never going to lead you down the road of happiness. If you chase joy all day long and then allow money in the process, that feels more like prosperity. And thinking about what prosperity really means to you. Does it really mean money? I mean, you just can't just chase money. You can't. You cannot just chase money. And you can, it's possible, but sorry, got cut off again. It always happens on these. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm getting like messages and I don't realize it. Okay, so let's just get into the reading. I am going to need to put my glasses on. So I asked 3 questions for this reading for money and career. The questions I asked were, what do we need to leave behind? Don't mind the ring light in my glasses. Oh, I look super nerdy right now, don't I? Just do this the whole time. So I asked the questions, what do we need to be leaving behind, letting go, moving out of? What do we need to focus on in the now? Like, where do we need to bring our attention to in the present moment? And then what do we need to be moving towards when it comes to money and career? So what we need to be moving out of is, we got lead your metamorphosis. I don't have a cool filter on now so you can see the cards. And let me just read. So this is about change, transformation. This feels very much like when I did the weekly for the 13th to the 20th. It feels very much like that energy of being pulled through this maze, that there's all these turns and shifts. It's as if right now we're coming out of the cocoon and it's time to leave the cocoon. Like, it really feels like 2018 was a cocoon and 2019 in January is time. Like, we're in that phase. We're in that phase where we're like coming out of it. I don't think that that's how butterflies come out of cocoons, but so let me just read. Metamorphosis, change. Yep, it's that time again. And this change is going to be transformational. It's time to leave the dark cocoon behind, to break out of your shell and to show off who you are becoming. So I really feel like 2018 was a cocoon for us, and we've metamorphed into something new, and we don't even know what that is. We're still kind of like, you know, the general reading that I did for the month, it's like we're kind of questioning that. We're kind of like, we're bringing our burdens from 2018 into 2019, and that's not necessary. We're somebody new now. So let me just continue reading here. So many times in biz and in life, we choose to stay small. We choose the comfort of the warm cocoon, even when we've grown gorgeous wings and are ready to take on the world in full flight. We choose the comfy zone. Have you noticed that you've chosen the comfort of the warm cocoon more than once? Choose the emerging you over the old reliable. and over the expected today. So, I mean, there's lots more she goes into in this book. It's really, I mean, you guys got to get these cards. It's really, actually, she's got 2 new decks coming out this year. She actually was my branding coach, and I love her. These cards. The Sacred Creator. I don't get paid for this, just so you know. I just actually really genuinely love her. And this deck. So if you remember, if you watched the last reading that I did for the January general reading, we talked about how the thing that could be getting in your way is you still carrying the burdens of 2018 into the newness, the freshness, what everything is. It's time to leave that behind. Like, it's really time to leave 2018 behind. And I know how difficult that might be. It's time to leave the past behind. It's also time to leave anything that's been going on in your career and your finances. I mean, I'm going to be real raw here. Let's say in 2018, I used to get really insecure when I had to talk about my money situation. But that's changing. Now I'm just going to talk about it. Just because I was like a law of attraction coach, and I'm not a law of attraction coach, but I teach a lot about the law of attraction, and I had these expectations of myself, and that was the 2018 me. That was the carrying too many burdens. And I actually took a money course that I paid $1,000 for, and then all of a sudden I was doing the exercises in this course. I went broker than I've been in since I can remember. Like, it was like, I mean, we weren't like in dire needs, thank God. I'm always taken care of, so I know that, but like, it got bad. And I was like, I wasn't like really in a state of fear. I more was just like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? I was like, what? So it's almost like whatever purpose that had, I don't even need to mull over that. All I need to do is release that and leave it in the cocoon, right? So that's what I'm feeling for you guys too. Like, leave it in the cocoon. Same with your career, same with whatever has been going on. So the other thing, the card that we pulled in the position of where do we need to bring our focus to now was this card. Befriend the word polarize. There it is. Befriend the word polarize. So because this deck really focuses a lot on soulful entrepreneurship or whatever, this feels very much like what I've been doing recently on my channel and in my business. Is now I'm all into witchcraft, and I'm like, I feel a little bit like, I think I've lost 200 some subscribers in the last 2 months, ever since I announced that I was a witch. I lost subscribers. And befriending the word polarize, so what it means to polarize, like to polarize your audience, is to stand in your truth and say, I know that this is going to make me lose a lot of followers or clients or, whatever, but it's also going to gain me more authentic followers. It's going to gain me, I'm going to step more into something that feels more authentic to me rather than being inauthentic. So to befriend the word polarize means not be afraid to be your authentic self. Even though I've built an empire on my online empire, and it looks a certain way and it has a certain message, all of a sudden things have been shifting for me. I have to go with that metamorphosis. Like, I morphed into something new, and I have to go with that. I have to allow those wings to flutter and carry me in whatever direction they will, because I started my channel off just like that. I started my business off just like that. And you guys have to do the same, right? So whatever that means to you, whatever it means to you, to not be afraid to stand in your truth, and to also understand, I'm trying to see if they talked about it, if she talked about it in this. She says, let's rethink the word polarize for a moment. It's not the same as conflict, right? If you polarize a group because you're bravely putting your new ideas out on display, then you're more likely to find those individuals who truly love what you are saying. In order to find people who love you in the peak of your own essence, there will be some others who happen to dislike you, what you're all about. It's the law of the land. What I was also going to say is, there might be some things that you feel, well, this new thing kind of conflicts with the old thing. Just go with it. So the next card that kind of goes right along with the next card that I pulled, and that is, I keep taking my glasses off and on because of this. Stop, drop, and bliss. So this is what we want to move towards. What we want to move towards is stop carrying the burdens of the old. Stop trying to stay in the cocoon. Stop pushing against what you think things are supposed to be, how you think you're supposed to be, and just follow what feels good. And trust that. And do it unapologetically. Like, really trust it. Really trust, because it feels good to me, because it's joyful. This is going to lead me down a beautiful road of prosperity. This is going to bring me down a road of abundance, maybe new income, maybe whatever. But just know things are shifting. A lot of things are shifting. This is a new year. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. I wrote that in my email yesterday. But it's new. Things are new. And you got to go with it. Like, the current is pulling you all. The current is pulling all of us. And it really is magnificent. And if we let go and we trust and we allow our wings to flutter, and we allow the current to take us, and we allow the magnet to pull us in the direction that it's pulling us, that magnet is our soul pulling us in the direction we want to go. And we stop thinking these thoughts that are like, oh, but what if this, but what if that, but what if this? Stop objecting ourselves, and we will do just fine and dandy. That also will continue a flow of abundance into our lives.